Let's talk about small talk first to get the show started. We got episode 20. We got Nana finally getting to look at the pod. We got the heat. Let's talk about the heat first. Cause it's been hot. It's been hot as shit out here, yo.
Yeah, real hot. Heat wave.
Heat wave. I mean, ever since last week, it was hot. I mean, I've been getting up at 3 in the morning to go to work. I probably roll out like around like 3:30, 3:35.
It's still muggy at that time.
Well, usually,
Yeah.
it's a nice little breeze.
Right, yeah,
You know what I mean? It feels refreshing. I'm like, man, it feel like you could throw a jacket on or something. This week, yo, nah, it was muggy every morning that early.
I came out the other day, probably like 11 o'clock at night. I don't know what to do but I went outside. Yo, it was hot, yo.
Yeah. 'Cause I know last week, today is what, Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
I know last, midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, they said Friday it was going to turn up. It definitely turned up.
Yeah.
We definitely feeling it this week because I know these first 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and the day was scorchers.
Yeah, I think today is the hottest day.
The day is that I don't know.
I think
Because this morning when I went out, I was like, yo, it's crazy out. But I guess me getting adapted to it didn't feel. Yesterday was hot. I rode my bike yesterday. I did 25 miles on the bike after work. When I got finished, I was dripping in sweat, yo. I was dripping in sweat.
Yeah.
But it's the summer, man.
Yeah.
It's the summer.
I mean, listen, I don't know about everybody else. Everybody we cold or give me the heat instead of the cold. Me personally.
Heat instead of the cold?
Yes. Because
I think I gotta agree
it's
on that.
easier to cool off than it is to warm up.
Well,
like you can take off layers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just don't wear a whole bunch of clothes. That's going to help you. Little fan, it's all types of the heat up.
Yeah. I mean, realistically.
I'm talking about like extreme cold.
Well, realistically, I mean, if you take it back to before heaters and air conditioners and, all the essentials and perks that we got today to compensate for the heat and the cold. If you take it back, they ain't had that stuff back in the day.
Yeah, no.
So if I had to choose,
the heat.
Definitely the heat.
Yeah, because think about it. Because if it's cold, think about the homeless.
Right.
Like, it could be 115 degrees out.
They can find some shade.
You can find some shade.
Yeah.
But if it get down to,
that night,
2 degrees, yo, it's people dying out that joint, yo. Yes. So like I said, give me the heat and we gonna work it out.
Yes, indeed. The cold is not, old man winter is not to be played with. When they say the hawk is talking, the hawk definitely talks in the winter. What y'all think? Yeah. Drop us some comments. Tell us what y'all think. What would you choose? The heat in the summer or the cold in the winter?
Yeah.
Me and Phil, we choosing the heat all day.
Yeah, give me the heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy because when you talk to people like, some good friends of ours, shout out to Rabu and Sherry Gary.
Shout out Rabu and Sherry.
They just, they had a house built in Florida.
Yeah, I heard him talk. Oh, that's what he was talking about. I heard him talking about building a new house.
Yeah, they got a crib built in Florida. I think he's told me.
Because he was doing a garage sale or something.
We went up there to the garage sale, grabbed a couple things, but just talking to different people, moving to different climates.
Right.
Like people in Florida, if it get to like 50 degrees, that's winter to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you say winter, cold and hot, you got to preface it.
Demographics,
Yeah, you got to preface it because cold to, people in Los Angeles, 50 degrees is frigid. You know what I mean? But here, 50 degrees, that's darn near summer.
Yeah, I've lived in both of those regions, Florida and LA. And the Florida weather, I was there for 5 years.
Yeah.
Man, it used to get so hot down there, man. I used to be like, man, I'm ready. I want to just go home for the winter for a little bit. That's how hot it would get down in Florida. Then it would rain every day, literally. Every day it would rain. Within an hour,
you can't see
the ground is dry.
Yeah.
Even the dirt and the grass is dry.
Yeah, that's one thing about Florida. Like, anytime you go down there, especially, like you go down there, you're taking the kids, y'all having a you know what I mean, out and at the parks. It started pouring down rain. I'm talking about it'd be raining. But like an hour later,
the sun just come right out like bam, like ain't nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then Cali, you know, during the day, you know, that's pretty much the desert out in Cali. But at night, it get cool. I mean, it could be hot as hell during the day, but at night it might drop down to 65, 70 degrees.
And it's chilly because they don't got no humidity out there.
Humidity, exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
but all said and well, give me the heat
give me the
over
heat.
the cold.
Yeah, give me the heat for sure. But I will say, like, you know, every time I'm over there on the West Coast, one thing I kind of jealous about, they don't got bugs like we got. I guess humidity brings bugs. Like, case in point, you know, here.
Mosquitoes and stuff?
Yeah, like bugs like that. Like, you pull into a gas station here on the East Coast at night with the lights on.
Oh, yeah.
It's bugs everywhere, man.
Right.
You pull up in Cali, the lights on, you don't see no bugs.
No bugs.
Because it's not, peep it next time. Because it's not, you know what I mean? I guess that humidity being in the air at night keep the bugs, you know what I mean? Like even at the house, if I got the lights on, the porch lights, I got to turn them joints off before I go in the crib. Nah, I got to fight bugs getting in the house so they don't come in the house with me.
Yeah, so I get one of them zappers outside.
Yeah, but that's one thing about California, yo. I'm just amazed at the lack of bugs, you know, around lights. And we don't got that over here on the East Coast. You got bugs.
Well, we are on the East Coast. We episode 20, man.
2-0, man. Got a dub in.
20 episodes, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely want to thank everybody that's been tuning in.
Yep.
Everybody that's, you know, dropping comments. Everybody that's subscribed. You know, the followers.
Giving us feedback.
Definitely appreciate the support. You know, we want to ask y'all to keep on supporting us. We still beginning, man.
Yeah, we still growing.
Yeah, we got 20 episodes in, but we still newborn babies at this. You know, we just regular guys. You know, we got a platform, just trying, you know, giving us, you know, our view, you know, our point on our discussions. You know, pretty much that's the acronyms for the pod. Point of discussion. 20 episodes, man. It ain't been easy neither, man.
No.
You know, anything worth having ain't easy, but you know, we definitely want to keep on putting out the content. We definitely want y'all to keep on supporting us. Make sure y'all can go back and watch some of the past episodes.
And give us, very important, give us y'all feedback.
Yeah, give us,
you know what I mean? Like, because the feedback is how you continue to, you know what I mean, sharpen what it is that you're trying to do. You know, with feedback from different people, because we might not see what y'all see. So as we getting different feedback from, you know, a lot of different people, we can, you know, kind of cater and enhance and, you know what I mean, better what we doing by having, you know, more eyes on the product. So
yeah, definitely. And you know, Weather the Storm Entertainment is on all social media platforms. You know, the pod is on YouTube on the Weather the Storm channel, Weather the Storm Entertainment channel. Also, the pod is on all streaming platforms. And I don't know if I told y'all, yo, the downloads is growing, man.
Yeah.
On Spotify, iHeartRadio, the downloads is growing. So we definitely appreciate y'all that's watching and the ones that's just listening. Because we got people that's just listening now too.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So I mean, that's honorable, man. We definitely appreciate y'all and keep supporting, you know? Keep supporting. Like you said, give us some feedback. If you didn't like and subscribe, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, follow us on all social media platforms. Weather the Storm Entertainment. Catch the pod on YouTube channel and on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. Wherever you can stream and listen to a podcast, the pod is up there. You just got to find it. So make sure y'all tap in. But talking about the episodes in the pod, man, I know and people watching and people, you know, listening and tuning in and tapping in, You said Nana finally got a chance to watch the
Yeah,
pod,
man.
huh?
Yeah. So we was talking.
Well, if y'all don't know who Nana is, that's Phil's mom.
Yeah.
She definitely has been a Strickler in all of our lives. Yeah,
Yeah.
as kids, she was that one mom on the block that if you watched last episode, when you walk by, you straightened up, or when she walked by, you straightened up, and
Yeah.
she's like a mother to all of us, and
Yeah.
Phil was like, I don't know if I could let mom tap into the pie, because we be too But she finally got a chance to watch an episode and fill the viewers in what happened, Phil.
Yeah. So I mean, like for those that know my mom, she's
Shout out to Nana too.
yeah, she's a very strict Pentecostal evangelist. From the Church of God in Christ. So, we was been in the church since 8, 9 years old when I was 8 or 9. And so to the point where now, like she had me, and I don't do it anymore, but she would have me like movies that she liked, PG movies. But if it had cursing in it, she would ask me to take the cursing out of the movie and re-record it for her, like on DVDs.
So she wouldn't even watch a movie with a curse word in it.
If it got like one curse word, if it got like 2 curse words in it,
Wow.
you know what I mean? Like now she like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I'm giving y'all that, because that is why I was hesitant. Y'all know how we are up here to let mom watch some of the episodes, especially some of the early episodes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So
and that's when the whole squad, we all would have been in trouble.
Right. You know what I mean? So, but the Father's Day episode, was, the kids was on. It was, just us. It was PG. You know what I mean? So I copied it and sent it to her because she was like podcast. She was like, what y'all? She ain't even know nothing about it because I wasn't telling her about it. Cause
so you never even told her we was going to
wow. You know what I mean? It was no way. You know what I mean? Because she would be watching it like, oh, y'all need to. She'd have been on my case, but I sent it to her.
Right.
And she was like, so it's crazy because I sent it to her and she started watching it right away. So she called me and I'm trying to fill her in on what she called me about. I'm like, yeah, so check that out because I just sent it. And she started getting on me like, wait, I'm trying to watch the pod. I'm like, all right.
She was locked in, huh?
She was locked in. I'm like, all right, well, you watch the pod and then call me back.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? So she watched it. She called us back and she was excited about it, the episode. She was like, oh, it was real good. And she was giving me, different pieces, that we talked about, but she really enjoyed it, you know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, she's like, that's my Dwayne. Is that my Dwayne? I was like, yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? So yeah, she gave me some good feedback on that drawing. So
yeah, I got to get down there and see Nana. I miss Nana.
Yeah,
but that's what's up, man. And you know, Nana up in age, and like I always say, I want to be an advocate for the 40 and over people that don't just count yourself out. Tap into stuff. You got a dream, you still can live your dream. You know what I mean? Like you said, you didn't even expect that reaction from your mom. You know what I mean?
No.
Now she probably gonna be, when the next episode? What y'all talking about? I don't know, now. You can't watch this episode. Or you're gonna have to edit it and then send it to her. You know what I mean?
Give us some of the clips you put up.
Clips, exactly. You know what I mean? But yeah, just because you up there, 40 and over, 50, 60, 70, I mean, do your thing. I mean, it's a new world out here. We all got these phones. You gotta, try to use these phones, try to figure it out. Get your kids, your grandkids to try to help you, go on YouTube, go on these platforms. That's what these platforms are for. Like I'm at the gym every day at the front desk and, the older people coming with the phones, they don't know how to work the apps. And I just be looking like, it'd be funny, but I'm like, man, we gotta show these older people how to maneuver and navigate through this stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of it, a lot of it is not that you can't do it, but it's just the fear of trying to do it, learning something different.
Well, the older generation, they used to just set it and forget it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it's lazy. they just stuck in their ways where they don't want to adapt to the change.
Yeah, it's the fear of learning that new, you know what I mean, product, that new device.
And the thing about it, if a lot of them would tap into it and start learning, they'll be better than some of these younger generations.
And I know because my mom, you know what I mean, like I got her, like she got Wi-Fi, like y'all know, y'all come on my house, like a lot of it is smart house, you know what I mean? So, and I started putting some of it in my mom's house. So she, you know, she getting her app and she learning it, you know what I mean?
Because it's easier. It's easy. Once you learn it, it's easy, you know?
That's what I tell everybody. Just a couple times at it, it's going to be foreign. It's going to be a little bit difficult. But once you do it 2 or 3 times, you got it.
It's just that every now and then things change more frequently now. You know what I mean? 2-3 years.
Technology is advancing so quick.
It's advancing so quick.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing mentally, you know, older people got to get in their head. Like, all right, let me get on this now. Because the longer you wait, the further behind you're going to be. You know what I mean? So y'all older people, y'all tap in, send us some messages. We'll help y'all. You know what I mean? We'll help y'all out. Like I said, get your kids, your grandkids, your great grands, get them to help you out because they know it all, you know? But like I said, episode 20, man. Let's go ahead and get it started. We're back. Welcome to the pod. I'm your host, Dwayne Weathers.
It's Phil White.
My co-host, my brother, my sidekick. Like we've been talking, this is episode 20. About to go ahead and kick it off. Got quite a few things to talk about. But before we get started, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, man. Exclusive Moss. Your Moss Boss.
Your Moss Boss.
Take it away, Phil. Take it away, bro.
So, I mean, Exclusive Moss, if y'all don't know, you know, sea moss has been widely talked about, especially from Dr. Sebi. And it's a very good source of nutrients. But with Exclusive Moss, you get 92 minerals out of 102 minerals. Why? Because it's conscious crispus from the Irish, you know what I mean, shores of Ireland.
Shores of Irish, yep.
You know, so you getting that real deal concentrated conscious crispus sea moss.
Comes off the rocks.
Yeah. And
Ireland.
And she has it in a lot of different forms. So you can get it in pill form. You know, for those that, you know what I mean, just want to take pills. She has it in juice as well. Multiple flavors, you know, so gel, whatever flavor that you like.
Gel.
And the gel, which is, you know, a lot of people know about, is so multifaceted because you can put it in tea. You can, you know what I mean, put it in hot water. You can just take it plain and wash it down with stuff. Yeah.
Whatever.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of different things that you can do with it. But, I mean, it's top tier and, you know, it's the real deal. You know what I mean? So,
Exclusive Moss, your Moss Boss.
Yeah, your Moss Boss. And you can find that you can go to the website, theemoss.com. That's TheEmoss.com. And you can get it, all the stuff there. You'll find the website. Also, they have on weekends, if you live in a tri-state, they have free delivery. So you can tap into that too. What else is, if you put in promo code the pod, you get 10% discount.
10% discount.
So tap in, go to the website, take a look at it, see the different flavors and different things that she has. She also got merch, you know, merchandise, you know, that you can tap into.
I had my shirt on today at the gym. They was like, one of the members was like, yo, let me read your shirt. I was like, she's like, oh, y'all like that. I like that. It's like, yeah, it's a sea moss. You should check it out. I gave her the website and everything. So Moss Boss, you might be getting some orders online there. But like you said, make sure y'all go to the website, www.theemoss, that's TheeMoss.com. That's TheeMoss.com. Put your order in. Yeah, like you said, they got merch, they got the juice, they got the gel, they got it in capsules. They deliver on the weekends in the tri-state area. That's Philly, Jersey, and Delaware. And the most important thing, use promo code the pod and get a 10% discount. And I know y'all all like to save money, so make sure y'all tap in. Exclusive Moss, your Moss Boss. All right, bro. We got that out of the way. You been taking your Mars balls, man? Your exclusive
I gotta get some more, man.
You gotta order some more?
I gotta order some more.
Okay.
I definitely gotta order some more.
You know, she always asking about you.
Cause soon as I get it, you know what I mean, like everybody start taking it.
Hey, you gotta I think she got a bigger jar too.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, or get a couple of them.
Yeah.
What I do, I get the capsules and the gel.
Okay.
So if I'm running late, 'cause you know I like to drink it in
yeah.
hot water, I just pop the capsules. So yeah, Moss Balls. Phil about to be high on that, so I'll be hitting you up for his order.
Yeah, I gotta re-up for sure.
But let's go in. Let's talk about this first topic, man. We're gonna talk about this video that's been floating around. It's it was a traffic stop that happened out in Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, they got an investigation after this viral video shows officers breaking a car window and hitting the driver during a traffic stop. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the video.
He walked up, opened my door because my window don't work.
Let me pull this up real
and then
quick.
I said, so what I did wrong?
Damn, I had it.
He said,
okay, here we go.
Well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights off, first of all, and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. Your snow requirement has headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor? Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Now, just looking at that, how you feel about that, man?
Well, and it's funny, you know what I mean, when stuff like this happen, first thing come to my mind is that there's always, quote unquote, two sides of the fence.
What is your reason, sir?
So you got...
Well, before you go into it,
all right,
he immediately start recording.
Right.
So me personally, I'm like, all right, after did my research and looking at everything, did he know that there was something going on within him that wasn't right? Whereas though it might be a confrontation. So he probably said to himself, let me record this just in case this go left. Because nobody, when you get stopped, you ain't thinking, let me start recording. Especially if you ain't doing nothing wrong, you ain't holding nothing illegal, you ain't in possession of a firearm, you just a model citizen, you driving, you get pulled over, you not like, let me record this.
Here's what I'll say, because, and of course, I got too much experience with this situation. Way too much for the average person. You got a lot of people out here that they can't even fathom something like this happening. What's happened to me?
Right.
So I know it happened.
It's happened to all of us.
Well, not when you say all of us, what are you talking?
I'm talking about all of us.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by there's two sides of the fence, because some people don't think this even is no way. They've never even heard of anything like this, because you got the right complexion, you get that super protection.
That's true.
A lot of times I myself be thinking like, maybe I want to record too, especially if I'm going to call myself questioning authority, which is clearly what he wanted to do. And that's what you see on the video.
Right.
Because a lot of times, I'm saying that because I've been pulled over so many times when I was a young man.
Right. Now, before you go on, this was a 22-year-old black man.
Young man.
He was pulled over by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office deputies for allegedly a vehicle code violation. Now, that vehicle code, you know what the vehicle code violation was? They saying that he didn't have his headlights on
in the daytime.
During the rain.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's a code down in Florida or not. That's something that...
Yeah, I think it's a code everywhere.
Yeah, that's something that I'm going to have to look into. Because
now they make the cars, you can't even do that.
Right.
As soon as your wipers come on, your lights going to come on automatically.
Exactly. So, but in the video, and there's another clip we're going to show y'all later in a few, y'all. In this video, he said that no other cars were driving without their lights on. So why did you choose me? So, okay. he has an argument there. Like, you just picking on me for a reason? So, all right, now go ahead with your point.
So, I mean, my point is to what you just said. Like, we know why they pulled him over.
Okay.
A vehicle code. Now, if you look at the video, now two things when I looked at after the fact is conflicting stories. The police report that got put in February when this happened read like this. But then when they found out that he had a video, that police report do not match up with the video.
Okay.
So my thing is this. A lot of times you look at that video.
So
hold on, they pulling him over for a vehicle code violation.
Right.
But you don't see not near a drop of rain.
Yeah, it did look dry.
It's dry out there.
It looked dry.
The cops is dry.
It looked dry.
The windshield is dry.
Everything was dry.
So
everything was dry.
You know what I mean? So,
but we in Florida, things do dry up quick.
That's
but
true.
I don't think they dry up that quick.
And again, the reason I'm saying that because, of course, I have a one-sided. I'm on this side of the fence where I can relate to it because it's happened to me. I've gotten pulled over. Man, I had you know this, but I had about, and when I was young, his age, and when I was getting these tickets, I had about probably close to $3,800 worth of tickets.
Right.
That I had to go get resolved. $3,800. This is I'm not exaggerating. $3,800. You know, out of all of those tickets that I had, probably about 3 of them was moving violations.
Right.
So how you accumulate $3,800 worth of tickets?
Yeah.
Because every time they pulled me over,
driving while
just
black.
Because I was a young black man driving,
so
I got hit with tickets just like him, suspended license.
Wait a minute, we gonna get into that. Now, they pulled him over, and he was resisting the arrest. Come to find out, like you said, he had a suspended license, and he had marijuana on him. That's why when we first opened this, I said maybe he knew he had some shit on him. So let me hit the camera just in case this goes wrong. Now, we know they broke the window. They punched him in the face because he was resisting arrest. Now, we know all that's totally wrong. Totally wrong. But my point is, okay, we got to do better as black people. You know what I mean? You already know you got a suspended license. You know you got weed in the car. You already taking a chance now. You putting yourself in harm's way. Like, I'm going to jump in this wheel anyway. We always talking about what? Mental intelligence. So now, even though what the cops did was wrong, you still putting yourself in that situation. Whereas though you didn't have to put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? You knew your license was suspended. You knew you shouldn't have been driving. You knew you had weed on you. But you said, fuck the police. So now, when this happened, even though you getting your window broken, you getting socked, it's still your fault. Because you didn't take the proper steps and follow the law.
I agree with that.
And this happens, and this is my beef with all these situations with the cops and the black people. Most of those situations could have been eliminated if the black person on the other side that's getting beat up, that's getting shot, not all, but most of them, if they would have done what they were supposed to do to eliminate putting themselves in that situation. Now, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk.
I agree with that. I agree with what you said. Like, you gotta have more mental intelligence to say, I'm not clean. You know what I mean? So let's not have weed in the car. How about that?
Let's not drive with a suspended.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, that's happening. That's happening all.
I mean,
I hear what you're saying,
done.
but that's happening all the time.
But when you get stopped and pulled over and the repercussions and consequences happen,
right?
You like, damn.
But
then they want to fight it and resist it. No, you wrong.
To what you saying?
You wrong.
The reason all that tickets that I had, the reason I went down and got mine taken care of is because I was tired of that. I wanted to do what you saying. Let's stop being illegal and get legal. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be responsible.
It's your duty to be following the law.
What do I say? Let's not be niggas and let's be black people, man. Stop with the.
But
nigga
when you
shit.
young, I'm gonna tell you, when I was accumulating all those tickets, I should have been nipped that in the bud.
That's true, but
I was young and dumb.
But what do we talk about? It starts in the home. We got to teach our younger generation not to do this stuff.
Yeah,
we got to plant that seed, that mental intelligence, man.
But,
you know, our culture so used to the hookups, the pop the trunk. You know what I mean? The 3/4 slick shit. No, do shit right. We got to start doing shit the right way.
Yeah,
For real.
I agree. I mean,
we got to start doing stuff right way as black people and not doing the nigga shit because that's what's keeping us held down.
But I mean, we saying that now, and we got kids and grandkids.
Exactly.
But were we saying this? Did we have this type of what we call it, mental intelligence when we were 22?
No, we did.
No, we did not. So we gotta try to put ourselves, as we talked about the last episode, in the mindset of these YNs. How are they thinking? Right. How are they perceiving the stuff that's happening? What they got to deal with nowadays?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We definitely got to tap into them.
And like you said, he knew that he was about to be combative, because how do you eliminate that? And we teach our kids, you know what I'm saying, this. How do you eliminate that? Yes, sir. No, sir.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Now, if he'd have been cooperative, none of that might not even happen.
No, it wouldn't have happened.
He might have, go ahead and roll. Or they might have found the weed and been like, we just gonna throw this away.
And I'm sure it wasn't nothing major. It probably was just a blunt or something like that.
But because you want to be combative, you want to be, you know what I mean, challenging.
I agree with that.
All this happened.
But I also agree with this. Enough is enough. Like, why you keep pulling us over because we look like this and I'm driving, I'm not doing nothing wrong? How can I accumulate $3,800 worth of tickets?
Well, we're not talking about you. We're talking about this.
It's the same thing that's happening.
It's not, Phil, because
it is.
If it's a
I had weed in the car too back then.
If it's a vehicle code violation and they pull him over and he so happened to be black, you can't say they just doing it because he black.
Wayne, come on, Wayne. That's BS.
You can't.
The vehicle code violation is BS. We already done nipped that in the bud.
You can't prove that in court, though.
You can, because I guarantee you he don't get a ticket for that. Why they ain't gonna give up a ticket for that? I guarantee you that he don't.
We're gonna have to look that up.
Why? Because look at it. The video showed you. The body cam showed you. There is no rain.
All right, we about to go into this.
You saying you pulled me over because I hadn't had my lights on in the day.
We about to go to this next video where it's in a completely different angle, folks. Whereas though you can see him resisting. He's talking to the officers. He has the door open. What you just seen in the first clip was after this fact. This was before they broke the window and socked him in the face. Let's take a look at this clip here. Let's take a look at it.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why
All right, here we go.
like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on.
All right, it's dry.
And it's bone dry. And that's another thing too. They said he didn't have a seatbelt
I'm
on.
telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration.
Yes, we call the supervisor.
Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
7735. I'm properly driver. I've already
Step
told
out
you.
of the vehicle. He closes the door.
See, and that's my problem with the police.
Let it go.
25 for 9-4. The driver just slammed the door and locked it. I've already told you.
Yeah, he just right now.
Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting.
And he warned him several times.
He did.
Under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Still ain't there.
Open the door and exit. You are under
He
arrest
keeps saying
for
the same
resisting.
thing too.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Now you about to break the window.
I'm about to break the window.
You hear him telling whoever, the captain or whatever,
I'm about to break the window.
and there you go.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
All that should have never escalated.
But let me ask you this.
Wait a minute. Let's finish watching it.
What is your reason?
You want to resist? This is what you get.
So let me ask you this. Does that happen? Look at this. Does that happen if it's a white 22-year-old male?
It doesn't. It doesn't. And that's a very good point, because there was a video that I watched a while ago, and I wanted to pull it up to do the comparison.
Mm-hmm.
This video, this traffic stop lasted anywhere from, I think it lasted 45 minutes.
Mm.
It was a white man that they pulled over. The officer was by himself. Actually, it was two officers. They talked to this man for 45 minutes.
Trying to de-escalate the situation.
Look, it wasn't even an escalated situation. Now, the driver was Caucasian. He wasn't he just would not get out the car. Now, wait a minute. Now, the officers, they were calm. It was a calm situation. When I say this thing lasted 30 to 45 minutes, I'm sitting there watching it like, why they not with it?
Yeah, you like, this could never be me.
Exactly. I'm like, why they not pulling him out the car the way they would pull us out the car? So it's going. Finally, the cop, I'm tired of this. The cop got aggressive. I'm not sure if he broke the window. I think he might have broke the window. But he either broke the window or went to get the door open. I think he had to break the window because I think the door was locked. But you know what ended up happening?
What?
The guy, which was Caucasian, wound up pulling out a gun and shooting the cop and killing him. And then he pulled off. I was like, yo, 45 minutes. I'm going to pull that video up, yo, and show you.
I've seen it's several of them out there.
45 minutes. And he wound up losing his life, man.
My thing is, that's why the young people doing stuff like this. Even when did this escalate? Because it wasn't an escalated situation.
Well, it escalated when he closed the door. Because the door was open, if you could see at the beginning of the video, he was talking to the officer. Right there, when he closed the door, that's when he was wrong.
Okay,
that's when he was wrong.
All right. So
because now
on that video that you just showed, the other angle. If you look at it, that's the angle. The door was open on the side where the window got bust.
Exactly, the driver's side.
But if you look at the video, not the body
that's
cam
from
footage,
his phone.
You look at the video from his phone before they break the window. So the door's closed already. He's having a civilized conversation through the window that's down on the other side with the cop over there, the passenger side.
Right, exactly.
So it's still, he's trying to conversate like, yo, why are y'all doing this? Let me get a supervisor here. Guess what? If that's a white young man, they're going to, okay, let's get a supervisor, somebody else over here. They're not going to have 4 cars pulling up saying, I'm about to break the window. They doing that because it's a black young man.
So now we back to the racial side.
It's race.
The race card.
It's race. You get a bunch of hold on. You get a bunch of 30-year-olds right now. Some white, some black. And I guarantee you have a poll. How many times have you been pulled over?
I get that.
It's going to be astronomical.
I get that.
But, by race. Why do you think that is?
I get that. But Phil, every time something goes on, we say the race card. All right, wait. Let me talk. So we're already aware that we ain't got the upper hand.
You're right.
I'm going back to the mental intelligence again.
Which you don't have a lot of at 22, but okay.
Which you don't. But we already know we don't have the upper hand.
Yes.
We've been slaves for over 400 plus years.
Yes.
We never had the upper hand, but you still out here doing the nigga shit. This is my point. Stop doing the nigga shit.
Yeah.
You know. So the race card, you can't even pull the race card.
So hold on.
We got to be smarter.
Let me ask you this.
We got to be smarter, bro.
Again, I agree 1,000% with you. But we're sitting here with kids and grandkids having this conversation. How many situations with your mentality now, if you can go back to when you was 20, how many situations that you had would you had avoided?
Okay.
A whole bunch of them.
Listen.
Because you got mental intelligence now. You didn't have it at 20.
No. I know you and you know me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've been kind of but I know, you know the lifestyle we lived back in the day. Mm-hmm. If I'm riding dirty.
Well, that was
no.
That was a different type of dirty.
No,
yo.
But just listen. If I'm riding dirty, suspended license, weed, anything, I'm not trying to escalate the situation. And that ain't got nothing to do with color. That just got to do with fucking mental intelligence. Mm-hmm. You are all the situations that you got in for them $3,800. Did you escalate the situation?
No.
Exactly.
Well, maybe one time.
But okay, one out of how many times?
A whole bunch of times.
Okay.
$3,800.
That's my point. That's my point. So it ain't got nothing to do with generations, grandkids, kids. It got to do with your mental intelligence. Yeah. We had some sort of mental intelligence back then.
He had some too.
No, he didn't, because he put himself in that situation.
He pushed record. That was mental intelligence.
That was mental intelligence.
So he had some.
But what I'm saying is it didn't have to escalate to that.
The only reason, that's why I asked the question, when did it escalate?
You said when he
slammed the door. I don't think that's when it escalated. To me, when it escalated, when they broke the window. That's the escalation.
So if you're talking to a cop,
it ain't like he was in there like this. He was having a conversation. There was dialogue still happening prior to them breaking the window.
They wanted him to get out of the car. He was halfway out the car.
No, but the whole time he was asking, why are you pulling me over?
That's cool, but what I'm saying is they wanted him to get out the car. As a cop, you got to put yourself in an officer's position too. You want that person out of the car. You want to search them to make sure they don't have no kind of weapons or anything on them. That's the first thing.
Why? You shouldn't have to get out of your car.
You don't want your life in danger.
You shouldn't have to get out of your car unless you've broken the law.
He had the code violation, Phil.
What?
It don't matter.
It was a BS code violation.
It don't matter.
Wayne, the code violation was BS.
It was BS, but it don't matter. Get out of the car, cooperate with the officer, let him check you, let him run your license and insurance, and you're going to be on your way.
That sounds good. Where we at now?
You know,
when we was 20, we wasn't saying this, Wayne. That's what I'm saying to you.
The viewers and the people watching, I want to know y'all opinion. Do y'all agree with Phil or do y'all agree with me? I'm saying we got to stop acting like niggas and act more like black people and have more mental intelligence. He pulling the race card. I'm saying we got to stop pulling this race card. We stop having that slave mentality,
Listen,
man.
I agree with everything you saying, but I think where you're missing the point is there's an age divide between mental intelligence and not having it. And what I'm saying is we have it now. So
there's levels to it.
This never would have happened to us now.
We not ignorant brothers, and I just told you back in the day, how many situations did you escalate? You not escalating those situations when the cops pull you over, bro. No, when you look in the mirror, you like, oh, let me straighten up.
Yeah, it's different now. That's what I'm saying.
These YNs and stuff, they just disrespectful.
With social media.
They disrespectful, man.
And first of all, they think they
disrespectful.
They think they have more rights than what they actually had.
They don't.
We knew what time it was back in our day because you was getting pulled over at twice a week minimum.
It was a regular getting pulled over.
Just for driving. You ain't doing nothing. All I'm doing is going to the store.
It was regular for us to get pulled over.
You know what I'm saying? So we knew we was in a different mindset. Now it's scaled back some. They can't, profile, quote unquote. So now they come up with these BS code violations. You didn't have your lights on in the daytime with no rain. Come on, man. Now I'm pissed off as a YN. I'm like, no, that's BS, man. Give me a supervisor.
Well, you know what?
And it got out of pocket.
Well, you know what? like I said,
Hold on. So even when they broke the window, why he had to sucker punch you? The whole time he was like, my hands right here.
frustration. Now that's there. All that
No,
was wrong.
you went to academy.
All that was wrong. All that was
you went to
wrong.
an
I'm not
academy
agreeing with that.
and you got trained to not be frustrated doing your job.
Yeah, I ain't agreeing with none of that.
So you broke the window. Now you can get access to the car. What you sucker punching him for? His hands is up.
He was frustrated.
He was out of pocket. Then you pulled him out of the car and sucker punched him again.
Yep.
Then you smashed his face to the ground, bust his teeth through his lip. Now he got a chipped tooth. Why?
Oh, I done been fucked up by the cops plenty.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't aggressive. He wasn't swinging back. That's not resisting to me.
That's the consequences and repercussions.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
get
That's what
when
I
you
mean.
disobey the police, yo.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's the power they got. So don't put yourself in that situation for that to happen.
We say that now. We wasn't saying that when we was 20.
And we done had plenty of examples, but y'all niggas still do it.
When we was 20, and you was clean, you wasn't. Come on, man. I know you.
But I ain't escalating the situation.
You wasn't gonna be like, yes sir, no sir. You gonna be like, yo, what you pulling me over for? If you was clean and you got pulled over, it was gonna be a conversation between you and the cop. Come on, let's keep it real.
It's gonna be some pullback.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit of pullback.
And that's all Bull was doing. His voice wasn't elevated.
But I ain't gonna let it get to the point where they breaking my window and punching me in the face.
What'd he do? It was a normal conversation he having with the door.
Once he closed the door, that set the alarm off to the cops. Like, all right, this guy might have a gun. They don't know what's going on now.
He's talking to the other officer through the window.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
He's talking to the other officer through the window.
It don't matter, bro.
At a cop, just like me and you talking right now. Like, why are you pulling me over?
We
Get
got
a
to
supervisor.
We got to get better, man. We got to get better.
Sucker punch, pulled out.
We got to get better.
Sucker punched again.
We got to get better, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's you get wisdom with age, and clearly he's getting some wisdom through this. Yeah, he's gaining some wisdom through this. But
belt the ass
at 22. At 22, a lot of times you don't have it, yo. You gotta learn some of this stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But the cops got to be better.
Yeah, on both sides.
You can't, you know what I mean? That's physically beat the man up like that was not resisting.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want to get out the car.
He was resisting. When they asked him to get out the car, and he didn't get out, that's resisting.
Once you broke the window and you got access to the car, his hands is up, he's having a regular conversation.
How many times did that officer ask him to get out the car?
That was before they broke the window.
Before he was resisting.
Listen,
that's resisting.
First of all, that's not. I'm not under arrest if I didn't do anything. I could only be a resisting arrest when I'm under arrest.
They told him what the code violation was.
That's BS.
Oh, it don't matter.
It do matter if it's you and you know it's BS. You're gonna have a problem with it. That's what I'm saying.
So that's when he was resisting.
The law is a BS.
It's a BS. Yes, it is a BS law.
Come on, Wayne. Let's be real.
But he's still resisting.
If a cop pull you over, right, and it's just happened to me maybe a year ago. If a cop pull you over and tell you, officer, what you pull me over for? Because you ran a red light, and you know you ain't run a red light. You're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I broke the law. So, you know what I mean? You're going to be like, what? Nah. It's going to be an issue. You know you're going to have an issue with it.
Okay, all right.
That's the issue he had.
So now you're having a conversation with the police.
The one person that want to talk to you.
When I run the red light. Okay. Mental intelligence again. He's a power authority. I'm just a regular civilian. I ain't got no gun. I ain't got no badge. I ain't got no power. This is where the mental intelligence come in. You got to learn when to shut the fuck up.
I agree 1,000%. Now, I wouldn't agree with this when I was 20.
So when you don't shut up, when you want to be combative,
I want to know why are you treating me?
When you want to challenge authority, you know what happens? Your window get broke. You get punched in the face.
Listen,
you get drug out of the car.
I'm a tax-paying citizen.
That's what happens.
I'm a tax-paying citizen. Why are you harassing me? You're telling me that I did something that I know I didn't do, and you know I didn't do it too. So now you come into my car door with the BS, and you want me to, yes sir, no sir. No, you out of pocket, and you know you out of pocket right now.
All right.
Where's your supervisor at?
You know what?
No, I don't need no supervisor. Nah, take that sucker punch.
Hey.
Let's get you out of here. No, you out of pocket.
Repercussions and consequences.
Yeah.
Now, like I said,
will we handle it different now? Yes.
I want to hear from the folks. Y'all drop some comments.
No, I want to hear from Dwayne Weathers at 20 years old. I want to hear from him because he ain't gonna be talking about what he's talking about.
Drop us some comments and give us your opinions on this topic.
Yeah, because it's definitely a hot topic, but this is what goes on. And ask me this, and you can, I know you can relate to this. Why did the police report say something totally different than what actually happened?
I mean, they gonna cover their ass,
right? Because they know it's BS.
But
they out of pocket. You're supposed to be upholding the law. You're not supposed to be in there lying.
But here's the thing,
and trying to make stuff up to
but listen,
create the narrative that you wanted to be.
But listen.
Nah, man, I don't mess with the cops.
Let's go back to the original incident. The incident happened in February.
Right.
He just putting the video out.
Well, first of all, they had his phone until March.
He just putting it out.
Because he probably lawyered up and they saw the video like, oh no, they out of pocket. Yeah. But they probably looked at the police report.
They got the bull Ben Crump on the case.
Yeah. Because you look at the police report, that's right there. That's a red flag. If you look at the police report and it's saying something, and then you look at the video, you like, this ain't the same stop. So when did this stop happen? Because it's totally different. That's BS.
I'm not disagreeing with the. I'm sorry. I'm not agreeing with the physical abuse and breaking the window.
But I know what you're.
My point is,
you're saying we got to be smarter.
People, we got to be more intelligent and more smarter, and not put ourselves in these situations.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these situations, they can definitely be. I mean,
this could have went way worse than that.
It could have went worse, and it didn't even have to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, he could have walked away with his car still intact.
He probably would have lost his blunt and maybe got a ticket for a seatbelt.
The worst thing might have happened. They might have just towed the car. Yo, you can't drive, bro. You got to roll. You know what I mean, we gonna tow your vehicle.
And I've been there.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But when you acting like a nigga, that's the shit that's gonna happen. Let's stop acting like niggas and be black people, man.
Yeah,
I gotta keep enforcing that, man. Yeah. I have to, you know. I got this platform and I gotta use it for good. You know, we all had our stages where we act like niggas. You know, I've act like niggas plenty of times when I was younger. But you know, I'm grown, I'm mature. You know what I mean? I got a platform and I'm trying to put out some positive and some value. So let's focus on what we need to be doing as money. You know what I mean? And as a people. But that's that topic, man. That was real interesting. I definitely want to see where it goes from here. There was another clip when he was talking. He was acting all humble and like he was hurt, man.
But he seemed like a boy. He played in a marching band at his college.
Little nerd boy.
Yeah, so I don't think he, you know what I mean, a thug boy like that. But you know what I mean, YN is just tired of, you know what I mean, being pulled over. I'm sure he's been pulled over several times.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Florida is a very pregnant state. I lived there, so I know how it is down there. They still in that slave mentality. So, you know, you see once they broke the window, he took the hit. He was just like, bam, y'all got me. You could have avoided all that.
Yeah,
just get out the car, let them search you, and that's that.
He gonna get a check though.
Yeah, probably so. We'll see.
We're
gonna follow up on that and give y'all an update on that. So make sure y'all tap into, you know, one of those social media platforms. Let's move on to this next topic, man. This next topic is, we got a woman explains what church does with your tithes. Now, as our culture, a lot of us go to church. Matter of fact, a lot of us are in the club Saturday night and in the church on Sunday morning. And, you know, we pay tithes. And, you know, I've always wondered what was going on with the tithes and what they were for. And when I was young, and, you know, when you were a kid, you sitting on the church, your mom slide you $1 or whatever. Here, put this in the basket. And I was saying, why they want our money? This church, you know? So we got a video clip. Let me pull this clip up, Phil. We're gonna pull this clip up, and then we're gonna talk about this topic. You want anything to add to it while I'm trying?
I mean, of course, I got a lot of, and I kind of touched on it earlier. I got a lot of experience with church, so I kind of understand.
Did this a topic, Nana? Probably we can edit this and let Nana chime in on this topic.
Yeah, I kind of, understand the question, what you said, because a lot of people they don't understand it. You go to, some people go to church, periodically, and you see people giving, and they ask for money, and then sometimes some churches, after you give money, they'll come back and ask for more money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, a lot of times people don't understand, that the culture of church and how it goes. So I understand the question.
All right, we're going to go ahead and run this clip. Then we're going to, move further and talk a little bit more about this topic. Let's check it out, Phil.
You need to start asking the church, where is your money going?
Well, Mr. Ryan, I'm so glad you asked. So for today's lesson, let's do some basic math facts, shall we? The average church only brings in about $300,000 a year. With that $300,000 a year, all operational costs must be met. Lights, water, cleaning, insurance, cleaning people, toiletries, paper, printer, ink, grounds.
She running down the
bills.
bills.
The list goes on and on. And that's before we
That's
even
what a lot
get
of
to
people
paying
don't know.
mortgages, interest on said mortgages, and sometimes second mortgages, depending on the financial history of the church. Oh, did we forget to pay the pastor, who probably has an undergrad, graduate, or sometimes even a doctoral degree in order
somebody did the math on how much that is every Sunday.
Let's talk about the other staff in musicians, student leaders, custodians, and the like. So where is your tithes and offering going? It's going to running your local church.
Wow. That's interesting, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Well, I mean, first, let me say this. Of course, it's in the Bible to pay tithes and offering. So that's why churches do it. But what a lot of people from the outside looking in don't know, and it should be like this in every church. There's something, every yearly you have a finance report.
Right.
And the whole church is able to come, that want to come. And they go over everything. They go over the tithes that was taken in. They go over the offering that was taken in. They go over, so you get to not just give it, you get to see where it's going, what were the electric bills for the year? What would, what I mean? So,
and that's one of my bullet points.
That helps people if you knew that.
That's one of my bullet points is, should pastors publish church financial reports?
They do.
Okay.
They every church should do it. I mean, every church that I know of.
Okay.
Every year you have a finance, and it's not just a select, like the missionaries and preachers. No, the whole congregation can come, and you get a chance to see what was brought in,
right,
and how it went out.
Because most churches, they operate as tax exempt entities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So that's all public record.
And they generate hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I mean, that's the way the laws is set up.
Because it's a nonprofit.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way the laws is set up. Now, what's the key question is the church doing the right things with the money?
Now, before we get into that, what I want to know is, do you think tithing is an act of faith, or do you think it's a financial obligation wrapped in guilt? Like, when I say wrapped in guilt, I
understand.
I've been out here doing wrong. Let me pay my tithes. Maybe God will look at me different.
Well, it's
or act of faith.
It can be both.
It can be both.
So the correct way is you need
and Ro, you supposed to be here on this episode.
Yeah.
We both know
this one. He can definitely
Phil
chime
and
in
Ro
on some of this.
Are definitely born again Christians, and Ro is on his way to moving up in that Christian life and that church life, and I'm pretty sure he would have been able to tap in a little bit more than me, of course. But we got brother Phil here.
Yeah, I mean you one is when the way you give, you're supposed to be giving it as unto God and in love.
Okay.
That's the proper way to give. Like if you really want God to bless you back,
right,
it need to have been given in love.
It's kind of like,
not in guilt to what you said.
It's kind of like the phrase, you got to spend money to make money.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right. If you believe God and you follow his commandments, then he's going to turn around and bless what it is that you gave. You know what I'm saying? In all types of different ways. But again, you can't be doing it like, last night, I was tripping last night.
Club.
Yeah, I went to the strip club last night, so let me go ahead and get his fat ties checked.
Yo, I brought like 3 bottles of Don Julio.
Right.
I need to go ahead and get a church a couple of these bucks.
No, that's not, you know what I mean? That can help you as a person, but you ain't gonna get the help from the person you really giving it for.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? That's the key. But I think it's better, and I think more people are more comfortable when you are in a church that's doing the right thing with the money and you're plugging yourself in to see what they're doing with it.
Now, touching on what you said, church is doing the right thing with the money. Do you think that churches are transparent about where the tithes are going, or should they start being a little bit more transparent about where the tithes are going? Because a lot of congregation people just come and they don't know, and then they might go home like, well, damn, the pastor's riding around in this, the pastor got this big house. But what I've learned, and I never, as I got older, I always thought that I didn't even realize, because I ain't gonna lie, I was a naive kid, you know what I mean, oblivious, didn't know a lot. I didn't even expect, I thought that was their job.
Right.
When I got older and realized pastors, they got jobs outside of that. You know what I mean? They plumbers, they working just like us. You know what I mean? Make their ends meet. So do you think they need to start being a little bit more transparent about where the money's going so people have a better understanding?
It should be fully transparent.
Yeah.
And most churches are.
Okay.
But what happens is, to what you said, a lot of times you come in and you giving tithes and you give an offering or whatever, and you see the pastor pull off and he in a S500 Mercedes, and you like, man, was it? But when they had a financial report, did you come to the? Yeah. No, you ain't come because you wasn't interested in that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's fully transparent for those that want to really get the information. You know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean? So you definitely need to make sure you're in a church that's being transparent with the money that's coming in. And every church, do different things with the money. So you also want to, be with some leadership, because if this person is a man of God, which you're a shepherd for a lot of sheep that's, in your church, then you need to be doing the Bible.
Right, the right thing.
So you need to be doing the right thing. So there shouldn't be no shady behind the back stuff going on anyway. So you just got to make, kind of watch it and kind of get that vibe. But every church should have a yearly finance meeting, and it's open to the whole congregation. It's not tiers or who can come. You need to be at that, and you get a chance to see what come in and get a better understanding of how your money is going to work, for the kingdom of God. So
do you think that, with that being said, do you think that it's wrong for the pastors to live a lavishly lifestyle while some of the congregants, they struggling? Because, it's a lot of people in the congregation, they struggling, they come and especially the older generation, they faithful, they pay their tithes, they offering every Sunday, but they still out here struggling. But they watching the pastors, living lavish. Do you think you think that's wrong, or you think that's right?
I don't think that's wrong, but again, to preface that, there's levels to it. You know what I mean? Because just like anything, just like if you was a CEO of a job, you went to work, you put a lot of work in, you got a lot of people that depend on you and your decisions that you're making. Right. Well, that's why you paid the big bucks. Do we look at them like, man, well, why are you making, $1 million a year and I'm making 25 a year?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, we don't look at it like that. But it's the same thing with the church. You know what I mean? You got a lot of responsibilities. They being called all times during the day. They're going to sick visits. They going, you know what I mean? And like you said, a lot of them doing this outside of their nine to five.
Yeah, they got their own families.
You know what I mean? So it's, you know, but when I'm saying levels to that is that it need to be transparent, because most pastors, what they do is just not like, all right, man, this year we got, you know what I mean, we had a overflow of people paying their tithes. Right. So I'm gonna go get this Bentley. No, it shouldn't be like that. When it's transparent, it's the pastor has a salary.
Right. And that's a set
that salary stay there. And it's set by, you know what I mean, the board, the church board sets that salary. That shouldn't change.
Now,
extra money should go back into the mortgage, should go back into
the bills and
being able to do for different.
Now, I don't know, and I'm asking you because I know you probably know a little more than me. Is the pastor the only one that gets a salary in the church? Do the deacons and the ushers?
No. Well, every church is different. But if you're like an administrative, some type of administrative board, maybe like, you know, like
treasury or
the treasurer, or you know what I mean, the janitor, you know what I mean. So they got positions that people are on salary, but for the most part, like, you know, missionaries, evangelists, no, they, you know what I mean, like you, quote unquote, you get a little stipend, like if you speak or something like that, they might have an offering for you or something like that. But for the most part, no, it's really just the administrative, you know,
the board
branch of the church that has a salary.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But, you know, most churches, if it's done right, like if you get in a bond, like for instance, when we had the fire, remember we had the fire at the house?
Yeah.
So, you know, we had the fire at the house. They broke out literally every window in the house except for one window. And I think that's because they didn't even know the window was there. Right. But every other window in the house got broke out. Well, the church, and we, you know, our church wasn't super, you know what I mean, rich.
Right.
But, you know what I mean, they chipped in and helped us, you know, get the house back, you know, up and running. So you want to hope you in a church like that, you know, when you in need, they're going to come, you know what I mean, help you out a little bit. So.
And that's good you said that, because, you know, that's just an example of the church doing good.
Yeah,
you don't hear these stories.
You
don't hear stories like that. And there's a lot of people out there probably watching and that go to church and, you know, that's paying tithes, that you don't hear the good stories. So I'm glad you brought that up. Like you said, you know, I remember when the house caught on fire, and I didn't even know the church pitched in to help out with that. But I'm glad you brought that up, man. That's real important for people to know that the churches are out here helping people.
Yeah.
But you think anything changed from, you know, biblical tithing to the modern church expectations these days? Because, you know, there's definitely a difference there.
Yeah, I don't think it changed.
You think it's just the time and
I think because what God asked for us to do that hasn't changed at all.
Right.
But what's changed is how perception,
exactly,
and you know what I mean, like how people respond to, you know what I mean, what God asked us to do. That's changed. You know, just like, you know, the conversation. You know what I mean, like a lot of people like, man, what's, you know what I mean, like you got this big, huge church, people giving all this tithes, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need no money, like, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on where you are and everything, but what God asks us to do as Christians hasn't changed, but how it's perceived has changed. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody ain't on the up and up.
Right. Every church, right? You got some Reverend Gags out here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? A lot of them out here.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that's come with, you know, mental intelligence of knowing what's going on, looking at the church, looking at how they operate.
And following your spirit and your soul. You know what I mean? You inside your spirit and your soul.
Before you join in these churches, you need to be having conversation with God. Like, is this a good place for me to be?
And this is with anything in life. You know, when you get that gut feeling, that spirit, that's the spirit of God talking to you when something right or wrong. So you got to follow that spirit in your soul too when you don't, you know, everything in life, not just joining churches, but everything.
Yeah.
But let me see what I want to talk about next on this topic. Do you tithe regularly, y'all?
I don't want to say I tithe regularly, But I do.
And if you do, why and why not?
Well, I mean, why? Because God said you should tithe.
Okay.
You should get 10% of your earnings.
And I know why not. Because you don't got it.
Well, no, no.
But you always supposed to tithe.
You got it.
Whatever you earn.
You got, because it's only 10%.
You're supposed to tithe 10%.
It's only 10%. Now, you know what I mean? What happens is, of course, if I get my check and my check is, you know, whatever, it's $1,000 for easy math, well, that's $100 worth of tithes.
Right.
Well, I could do something with that 100. Let's not get it twisted.
Absolutely.
But if you take the 100 away and you got the 900, you can still survive.
Yeah.
So the 10%, you know what I mean? A lot of times where we get messed up is people try to tithe on the back end after everything else is done. All right, what I got, you supposed to tithe from the front.
From the gross, yeah.
And then what ends up happening, what I will say is, when you following the word and what God asks us to do, he gonna take care of you.
Gonna take care of you. You gotta have that faith, man.
Right. So a lot of the, you know what I mean, your hesitation about, you know what I mean, a lot of that is just you trying to, you know what I mean, trying to do it on your own instead of, you know, following what he told you to do, and then let him come and replace that for you. You know what I mean? So that's what happens. Like you know what I mean? You get, you know, you get in your own head like, all right, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. All right, what's left?
I never forget, we were young back in the day, you know, we was sinning. And I never, Nana said this to me. I don't know if you remember it. And because you know, she used to say certain things. She said, Phil has a lot of faith and you have a lot of grace. And it always stuck with me for years, because I didn't read the Bible. Like I said, I wasn't into all the scriptures, and I was like, what did she mean? What did she mean? What did she mean? And when I finally got it, I was like, oh, okay. But as of lately, Nana, my faith has grown. My faith has grown, Nana. But I'm definitely thankful for that grace. I needed it. Now I know what you meant back then.
Right.
And that grace, yes, I definitely needed that grace. And thank God that God put that grace on me and that favor on me. And yeah, man, I finally figured it out. Took some time, but I figured it out, and that faith has grown, man. So shout out to Nana again. Hopefully you get to see this. But yeah, tithing is important, man. And like you said, you know, when you ain't got it, you still got to give it up. You know, you just gotta have that faith. Like, yo, I might only made $100, but yo, here go this $10. I know he might make that 10 into another 100. You know what I mean? So, and I've been there. You know what I mean? As of lately too. So, you know, make sure y'all, you know what I mean? You just can't be going to church just to say you going to church. You really got to have it inside of here, man, and build on that faith, man. Because if you do, just look at your life right now. You undefeated. Everything you've been through, you made it through. You ain't took no L's. And that's all because of God.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
So, yeah, man, that's real big, man.
That's a huge, you know, topic, you know, amongst people that go to church and people that don't. But it's also one of the key sources to why, you know, just from the outside looking in, you look at people that's really dedicated to church, they're successful.
Yeah. I mean, but you know.
And it's because God will bless your consistent, you know what I mean, faith.
Yeah.
And, you know, giving it even when it's tight.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bless you,
Make it
you know, on the back end.
Yeah. I mean, financial literacy in churches are lacking, especially in the Black, you know, undeserved communities. So, you know, if there's anybody that's in those positions in the church, you know, maybe you need to start, you know, making that part of your sermon, you know what I mean? Or just a part of the service, whereas though, you know, before you ask for tithes or offering, just let the congregation know or the people know that where this money is going, you know what I mean? And it's for a good cause, and it's not going into the pastor's pockets or the usher's pockets or the deacons, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people think that, you know, and that stops a lot of people from going to church.
Yeah, I can, you know what I mean?
It stops a lot of people from going to church.
It's definitely a hot topic.
But we're gonna tap into that a little bit more, maybe on another episode.
Yeah, when we get Roe in the building.
Yeah, we can get Reverend Ramane Jones. Get him in the building, and he can give us a sermon on this. You know what I mean? But let's lighten it up a little bit, man. We done talked about the church.
Some police.
We done talked about the cops.
Mental intelligence.
Yeah. We talked about faith. And, you know, the older people, you know, not giving up, you know, being an advocate for the older people and doing their thing. You know, gave out a little bit of value. Let's talk about some of the shits now. You know what I mean? The stuff the gossip stuff. You know, the people that everybody want to hear. We moving into this is what? Almost the 1st of August, right?
Yeah, right around the corner.
What you said we got going on this weekend? We got football coming up, yo.
Yeah.
The season is coming.
Yeah,
so
preseason. Hall of Fame game.
Anybody that know Phil, y'all know he getting ready and locked in. He hit me up like, yo, we got to start changing recording times and this days and this and that. And, you know what I mean? The season about to come.
Yeah.
So we about to really tap into talking about football because we all big football fans. And anybody that know me, y'all already know. America's team right here. I don't care what you say. How about them Cowboys? I'm Cowboys for life. DC, you know what I mean? Dallas Cowboys for life. So, you know, that first game of the season, we kicking it off here at the Link with the Eagles, Super Bowl champions.
You going, right?
Definitely going to be in the building. Definitely going to be in the building for that. So, you know, I'm ready to take all the heat, all the slack, all the trash talk. Let's have some fun. I'm ready to go down there and tailgate. You know what I mean? Get drunk, throw back some 20 grand and some IPAs. Let's get them sponsorships and have some fun. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I mean, you know, of course, you know, I'm always locked in with football, man, and it's like I was saying, it you know, the first preseason game is always bad. It's a horrible game because it's nothing but a bunch of 3rd and 4th stringers playing.
Right.
But it's one of the best games of the year because it's real football being played again for a long time.
Because it's raw. Everybody raw.
Right. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited about, you know, camp. You know, everybody in pads now. So, you know, camp is in full-fledged, full flow. And, you know, trying to see how the young boys look and, you know, all the things like that. So it's a good time. I'm excited for the season.
Yeah, talking about football, there's been some talk about the Eagles quarterbacks. You know, that's my favorite position, quarterback. I love playing quarterback. I'm a quarterback guy. Your man Chris Carter, man, he says that Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson are better versions of Jalen Hurts. And he kind of went in on Jalen Hurts, you know. And I kind of feel, me personally,
yeah, because you in the division. So what you think about that?
You know, I'm definitely gonna be biased. You know, Dak, you know, hasn't lost a game here in Philly. His numbers are better. Only thing a lot of those guys got over Dak, well, Jalen now is going to the Super Bowl. But as far as I like Jalen, I kind of feel sorry for him. You know, because they grinding him up. He done been to a Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl. They kind of contained Saquon Barkley in the Super Bowl, even though we ain't gonna sit here in front. The defense pretty much won that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? The defense and Jalen.
Right.
Jalen,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Jalen did his thing.
Yeah.
And after that performance, I totally disagree with the way they dogging him out. They really need to, you know what I mean, give him his props. You know what I mean? Because he did his thing. You know what I mean? What you think?
Well, I mean, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, you got to look at who's talking. A lot of this conversation is and who it's coming from.
For the people that don't know, this is coming from Chris Carter.
Right.
All I do is catch touchdowns. And
who's a wide receiver?
Who's a wide receiver?
Right. Who's a wide receiver?
Who gets a lot of slack on some of his views. So we gonna stay covering him and bring y'all a lot of the stuff that he says here on the pod throughout the season. But how you feel about those comments?
I mean, that comment, just not taking it, the context of it, just the comment.
Right.
I agree with that comment.
You think that they're better than Jalen?
I think they're better versions of Jalen. That's what he says. And what I think he means by that, again, I don't know the context of it. I didn't listen to the podcast when he flew and came up with this, but what I think he means by that, and the slack, some of the flack that Jalen has been taking, is what we try to do to him. And when we played, last time we played him,
right,
is from film study, our defense came up with, all right, let's make him stay in the pocket and let's make him be a quarterback from the pocket.
Now, let me ask you this.
And he couldn't do it.
Do you think that Hurts operated with a strong roster versus Daniels and Jackson being the focal points of their offenses? Because that's the discussion. He got a line. He got Saquon.
I don't agree with that.
He got the defense.
I don't agree with
Whereas though Jackson and Daniels,
I don't agree with
that. They are the offense pretty much.
Could be an argument to why they won a Super Bowl. Maybe they won a Super Bowl because.
But as far as better quarterbacks,
but just talking about quarterbacks and what you are able to do as a quarterback, those guys put up better numbers than Jalen. Now, Jaden Daniels did it for 1 year.
Right.
So,
and that's I was going to get to that.
Right.
We can talk about a rookie versus
not
a veteran, but someone deep in his career.
Do I think Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts? No. But just looking at from his 1 year quarterback play, and when I'm saying quarterback play because I know what the talking heads are talking about, like the Collins, what's the boy name? Colin Cowherd, those talking heads, but they're talking about traditional pocket quarterbacking.
Right.
That's what they're referring to.
Well, that style.
I think Jalen needs to progress in that. Now
but that style of play is. I ain't gonna say it's out. You definitely need that.
You got to do both. That's what Chris is trying to say.
Right. You got to do both.
Chris is trying to say Jayden and Lamar can do both. Right. That's what he's trying to say with that statement. I agree with that because I think they're better pocket passers than Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts will hurt you if you let him get out the pocket.
Okay.
Now everything is all because he got the strong arm. You know what I mean? He can make things happen once he get out that pocket. But can he stay in the pocket? 1 read, 2 read, 3 read, boom.
Let me ask
he's not there yet.
Let me ask you this. The talk is Jalen having a team around him. Do you think Jalen Hurts could lead a rebuilding team as effectively as Daniels or Jackson?
Well, Jayden,
because we see Jayden doing it.
We don't see Lamar doing it.
But wait a minute, we see Jayden doing it in firsthand. And I mean, right now,
Lamar's team is stacked too.
And they should have been to a couple bowls.
Right. And Lamar, and hold on, to Jalen's credit, he's done just like Cam Newton, and I don't know if you want to touch on that, and Gilly, but to that aspect of it, Jalen's done something they haven't done. Win the big game.
And that's all that matters.
Like, to me, Lamar's been the MVP like the last 5 years straight.
Yes.
But when it comes to the big game,
he
don't show up. I don't know what happened. Jalen did that.
He won.
So all this, him being out of people's top 10.
That's why I said not long ago after his performance, and you can't talk.
But people still trying to do it.
Still won't give that man his props, man. And I'm a Cowboy fan. You got to give it to him, man.
Look, you went and did it.
You got to give it to him.
It don't matter what everybody want to talk about. Oh, look at everything that they got around. You can go to any great team that's won a Super Bowl. I guarantee you 98% of them were loaded. That's why you won the bowl. You don't fall into a bowl. You win the bowl because your team is better than the rest of the teams. And I ain't just talking about you got a better quarterback. You got a better defense. Your linebackers is better. Your receivers, your running back. The team is better.
But and Jackson, he's injury prone too. Yeah, I mean, you know, he gets hurt. He's a little fragile there at times.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, he gotta, you know, I mean, why? That's one thing that Jaden better have his head on the swivel because he even slighter than a frame than Lamar is.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
he can't be taking no hits.
He young too though. So
so was RG3.
He can gain some muscle.
You see what happened to him? He got broke up. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's I don't understand it, like the criticism that he get, because what you want your quarterback to do is show up and play big in the big games. He did it and win a Super Bowl. Yeah. He did both of those. And he was the Super Bowl MVP. And if you want to keep it a bean, he outplayed Mahomes, which a lot of people say is the GOAT / baby GOAT at least. You know what I mean? Like he beat Mahomes head to head, or he outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl, twice. One time he lost, but the other time he won and got the MVP.
When it comes to quarterback though, what do you think, which style makes your ideal quarterback? A structured pocket passer or explosive runner?
Me,
now you only got to pick one.
Only one,
you gotta
right?
Pick one.
I'm gonna say pocket passer.
Absolutely, I
because
totally agree. That's what your position is about.
You know what I mean?
Getting the ball to the receivers.
That because you think about it, why Cam got a Super Bowl? He was one of the best explosive runners ever.
Yeah.
But you also have to, when they take it away, you got to be able to read from that pocket.
Yeah.
And that's what Chris Carter is trying to say about Jalen. That's where Jalen got to get. Jalen, right, we thought, when I say we, I'm a 49er fan, our defensive scheme when we played them in the regular season last year, well, not last year, but the year before, we played them in the regular season and we beat them. Right. We said, all right, let's keep him in the pocket. Let's take away his first read and let's make him go to 2 and 3. Well, he struggled with it. You got to be able to do that. When you come up against these good defenses that's going to scheme you into reading coverage, you got to be able to do it. You don't got to be, you know what I mean, Joe Montana or Tom Brady with it or Peyton Manning.
Or Troy Aikman.
Right, but you got to be proficient at it.
Right.
You can't be struggling with, now you're trying to run out of the pocket.
When you got a man over here to the left.
Your third receiver wide open.
Man wide open,
but you
10 yards away from
you. Yeah, you won and let me come out of the pocket. And that's what we felt Jalen was, and that's how we played him the way we played him. He got to get better at that. Okay. Which is fine because you can get better. Right. Just, you know what I mean? Work on your weaknesses. That's what you try to do as a professional every offseason.
Right.
Where am I the weakest at? I need to strengthen that weakness. That's what he got to continue to do. And I think he's doing that because he's been showing it as of lately. He balled out all last year.
Yeah, he definitely balled. He been balling out for the last 2-3 years, actually, for real.
Yeah, so
I mean, last year was kind of not the Super Bowl year, the season before that. Right. They were kind of
that's.
But last year he balled out.
That's when we beat them.
Yeah,
and they hit that. Yeah, I don't know what happened to them.
They just went down. Yeah, they spiraled.
But
Jalen been catching a lot of slack.
Yeah,
and you just brought up Cam Newton. I don't know if y'all out there know that Cam Newton threw some shots at Jalen Hurts, talking about his style of play and his ability at quarterback. And one of the hometown heroes came to his defense, Gilly the King. And if y'all haven't seen this clip, we about to drop it on y'all now, and let y'all hear what my homie Gilly the King had to say about Cam Newton. And Cam also was talking crap about Gil too, so and we all know how Gil get down. Gil ain't letting nobody talk about him. But let's go ahead and tap into this clip right here.
Hey, good day, Cam Newton. I seen you came at me Because I said Jalen Hurts
Gil
did
stupid, yo.
what you couldn't do. That was win a Super Bowl. So you want to get all in your feelings. Man, shut your tight jean wearing ass up, man. Nigga, you had on a jersey with a bow tie, you corny ass nigga. Get out of here, nigga. You will never be able to fuck
Super
with Jalen
goofy.
Hurts, nigga. You super goofy, corny ass nigga. Get out of here, nigga. You, what you do? You won MVP, won a Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl MVP. And you hating on him. Because he did what you couldn't do, nigga. Win a Super Bowl. And he been to 2 of them. So when you hating on him, nigga, just know you wasn't better than him, nigga. You talk about, can you name one?
That's crazy.
He said, you a little boy, yo.
Shout out to Gilly and Wallow, $1 million worth of game.
You
You know, they some of the
ain't
homies,
this
but
bitch,
you know, you fire shots at Gil coming back.
Yeah,
man.
he coming back. Yeah.
Did you see the original clip when Cam was talking about Gil?
I ain't see it.
He said he was talking about name.
I know one of his albums.
One of his
I heard him,
albums or a verse. Yeah, man, Gil went crazy. As you can see, Gil went crazy, man. But I mean, Gil got a right to talk. You know, to come at Jalen's defense. You know, we all seen the season last year. You know, he definitely played an instrumental part in the Eagles as far as motivation and you know, help giving them that energy to to thrive and win the Super Bowl. So shout out to Gilly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For being the unofficial mascot of the Eagles last year. But
he got it. They said he got a ring too, right? They gave him a ring.
They
gave him a ring.
I don't know. That's what's up.
Yeah,
bro.
that's strong.
Up.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So you know we about to definitely hear a lot from Gilly this year and see a bunch of noggins going on. You grabbing you a noggin this year, yo?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I might get me a pod noggin.
Noggin.
Get me a pod noggin, yo. Or whether the Storm Entertainment I'll replace it right here and put a noggin up that joint. You know what I mean? But yeah, he really went in on Cam, man.
Yeah, I mean, and again, like I say to people all the time, because to me it don't make no sense.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean? To have him outside of your top 10,
especially
except to create dialogue like this.
Right.
People clicking in. Let me hear what this boy say. It creates views, which creates money and income for your station.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I understand why they do some of the stuff. Behind closed doors. I'm sure he in the top 10.
I said, Gil probably called Cam up, was like, I heard what you said, nigga. You know, Gil, I'm gonna let you slide with that shit, nigga. But we gonna get this paper, nigga. I'm gonna go blast your ass, and you ain't gonna say nothing. We gonna ride this till the motherfucker wheels fall off. Right. I said that's what they did behind doors, you know what I mean? To create the conflict.
Right. Because a lot of this, you know what I mean, man, is marketing.
It's entertainment.
Yeah.
Man. It's
you know what I mean? Like
marketing and promotion.
You know, people wanna, they want everything being on the same page, don't create that friction, which is what creates a lot of buzz. You know what I'm saying?
But it is a lot of truth to what both of them are saying.
Right. Yeah.
Cam was one of the best that came out of that did it, man.
Yeah.
I mean his stature, like I remember that one play, he was just dragging like half the defense on his back. And
Cam was a problem.
But what I don't like is when they don't give when they say, you had the better team, you had the offensive line, you had this, you had the running back, you had that. It's a team sport. It's a team sport. No one man is going to win the Super Bowl.
Look, we got plenty of Super Bowls. Think back to every Super Bowl that our teams got. The team is nice.
We had the best team.
You know what I'm saying? Your team is, you don't got a quarterback and a receiver. No, you got fullback, you got tight ends, you got offensive line dominating, you got linebackers, that's how you win the bowl.
It's a team effort.
So I don't want to hear that when they be talking about the team and the Avengers and all that. No, what did Steve Young and Joe Montana have?
And Troy Aikman.
Yeah, what did Troy have? They had a stacked squad around.
Yeah.
But you got to perform at your position.
You got to perform.
That's all you got to do.
It don't matter how good you are at any position. You by yourself, you can't win the Super Bowl without your team members.
Exactly.
So, and That takes a lot to be that team, to have that nucleus, to have that energy. You know what I mean? To come together like that.
Yeah,
It ain't easy because you have beefs. You have beefs. You got players not liking each other, and
you got players wanting the ball because they in the contract year,
you know,
and my money ain't gonna be right.
All that comes into play, man.
Yeah, you got to build that.
And it's effective. That chemistry, if you don't have that chemistry, man, you ain't going to them Super Bowls. Yeah. Look at the teams that won the Super Bowls. That chemistry is there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That communication, them relationships, you know? So you can't.
I think that's what happened to the Eagles in 23. When they fell off.
Spiraled down.
It was the chemistry. Something was going on in the locker room. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's between the players and the coaches or something happened,
right?
And they just was like, you know what, we out because you can't be that
Up.
good. They was balling.
They just like,
and you fall off like that, then you come back and win the bowl the next year.
Yeah, they just trashed.
Something happened.
Seemed like they just trashed the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to football this season, especially that first game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one. Got to give a shout out to my nephew Eli Apple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike's nephew, Michael Blackson's nephew. What's up, Neff? Congratulations. You got another, you inked another deal. You over there on the 49ers now.
He family now, for real.
Yeah. Literally and figuratively.
Over there with the faithful.
Go over there and make some things happen.
Yeah.
But talking about sports, man, we're going to get ready to close it up. But I'm about to start playing sports again, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I joined the 50 and over year-old baseball league.
Okay.
Yo. About to make my dreams come true, yo.
All right.
I'm just waiting for the final word before I start training and practicing and tryouts and everything. I'm excited too, yo. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to throw them cleats on, get my glove, and start warming
back out
up.
there, getting the batter's box.
Getting the batter's box.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Start striking some of these cats out.
Yeah, I tried baseball, yo.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I mean, I of course, you know, if I try anything long enough, I think I can get it. But just trying to jump in.
Yeah.
I try to jump in one of them batting cages, yo.
I was thinking about it today. I was like, damn, it's gonna come back like riding a bike because I played so long and it's my love, it's my dream, and I'm getting ready to start going to the track, start running and training. Actually, I'm gonna hit boy up today. Like, yo, what's up? I want to hit yo. Let me know. I'm ready to go. Let's go. So I'm definitely gonna have footage of that. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping it happens, man. Because if it happens, I'm there. I'm there, and I'm gonna show out.
Just make sure you stretch your Achilles, yo.
Oh yeah, I'm
because you know once we get up in age, there'll be a lot of them Achilles injuries.
I'm definitely gonna train for it. Definitely gonna train for it, real hard. I'm gonna train hard, running, everything, core, everything.
I jumped up in the batter box. This was years ago. Man, you know, you can adjust with the speed you want the ball to come out.
Right.
Like, give me something moderate. Man, that ball went past me so quick. I could not touch those balls.
Yeah. I'm just, the only thing I'm worried about, I don't know if it's going to be a lot of 50 and overs that's going to come out to play. Because, you know, when you get up in age, a lot of people play softball.
Well, how long has the league been? You trying to play baseball?
Yeah, we playing baseball. We not playing softball. We playing hardball, baseball. It's a big difference, a huge difference. That speed of that ball, I was thinking like, yo, that ball come at me, I'm gonna be like, yo, chill. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited, man. What's going on with you, man?
Chilling, man. Now I got just envisioning baseball. Like I said, that, you know, I don't remember what it was years ago, but I probably had it on like 50, maybe 60 mile per hour. And them Jones was flying past me, yo. And in the big leagues, they be throwing them things a beam.
Yes.
I can't even imagine that, yo.
Yes. All you hear is pop.
100 miles per hour coming past you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, man. that's they deserve the bread that they get.
I can't wait. I want to put myself to the test, see if I still got it. But I mean, hey, the Phillies are doing great, man. They picking them to win the World Series this year. Man.
Yeah, I hope they keep it up, man. Because Phillies, they got a tendency to fall off at a certain stage of the season
When it come time to keep it up. But I was watching the game.
Hopefully they stay injury free. That's the main thing. I was watching
the game last week. Yo, first inning, they got some bats, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, all I heard was crack. Yo, they hit like 3 home runs in the first inning. They lost the game. This game was, I forget who they was playing, but this game was so exciting and interesting. I watched the whole game.
Was it the Red Sox?
I think it was Boston.
That Red Sox game was crazy.
Yeah, that game, that was the game because they was up, I think 5-0. Mm-hmm. Sox came back. Yo, that's one thing about baseball. You can't count.
Oh, no.
You can't count.
One bad inning can get you right back in it.
But the Phillies got some bats, man.
Yeah.
They got some bats. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Mm-hmm. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Talked about a lot of stuff, you know. Make sure you guys, you know, like I said, it always starts at the home. Mental intelligence, you know, just teach your kids mental intelligence about what's going on out here in the world. You know, keep them informed, financial literacy, you know, the young men driving, don't make things escalate. You get pulled over by the cops, just do what they tell you to do. They tell you get out the car, get out the car. If you dirty, you dirty. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get canned anyway. If you submit to them or if you resist, you ain't getting out the situation. Mm-hmm. You already pulled over. And if you try to get out the situation, all you're gonna do is make the situation worse. So just keep it calm. You know what I mean? Be smart about it. You know what I mean? You might catch a break. If you're kind and nice, it don't matter your skin color. It's your mental intelligence, man. This game ain't about race card no more. It's about playing chess. You got to know how to play the game. Mm-hmm. Stop pulling them race cards, man. That's my closing remarks. Mm-hmm. What's yours, man?
And I mean to what you said, I agree with it. I understand it because you know, we already know that we have a tougher road.
Yeah, we got disadvantage.
You know what I mean? We got a tougher road, but that's where that mental intelligence got to kick in at. Mm-hmm. And I used to tell my son all the time, like, life is a game. Mm-hmm. And you can't start playing a game until you know the rules.
Right.
Now, are the rules different for us than it is for other?
Absolutely.
Yes, it is. But that's okay. Know the rules for you and your people so you can win this game.
Right.
Because what you don't want to do is, quote unquote, because you know how the game's supposed to be equal across the board and you looking over there at the rules that they got. No, that ain't the rules you need to play by to win. So that's where that mental intelligence got to kick in at, where you got to play this game smartly if you want to win it. And winning is getting home with all your teeth, you know what I'm saying, with your window still intact, you know what I mean, not getting shot up, you know what I mean, because, yeah, the cops will lie, they will do all types of different things to fit their narrative to make sure that they, you know what I mean, is okay on their end.
Yep.
But you got to be smart on your end to de-escalate it. Yes, sir. No, sir. Do what they ask you to do. Because at the end of the day, you just want to get home to your family.
Yep, that's true. So y'all make sure y'all relay those messages over to your kids, your family. Not even kids, even
adults too.
Even adults, you know what I mean? Because we all come from a culture where as though we didn't have a lot of influence and, you know, information. So a lot of us adults, we still need that information. Mm-hmm. And the ones that do need it, don't be embarrassed about it. You know, we still all learning. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in to this
20th episode.
20th episode. Thank you for, you know what I mean, joining us. Make sure you watch previous episodes. Make sure y'all check us out on all social media platforms at Weather the Storm Entertainment. You know, we here at the pod, getting ready to sign off. I'm your host, Dwayne Weathers.
Phil White.
Like we say, and with that said, we out.
Peace.
Peace.